Hey guys, happy Monday and welcome back. So in today's video, it's only 9:42 a.m. Eastern Standard Time right now. It's really early. And the reason it's so early and I'm actually wrapping up is because I said if I did one more green trade today, I'm going to call it because pre-market there was a lot of different tickers flying around. It was a little bit unclear which one to trade, and then whack, I got the move I wanted, a little bit of a potential red to green. I sold right in time, even though it potentially could have been too early because there could have been a nice pop on GSAT, and I'll talk about this ticker primarily today. That's going to be the focus on how I traded it and how I could have squeezed out a lot more money, because I made another mistake today. One of those classic mistakes I've been saying, I got to stop doing this, but I did it again. So let's review where I went wrong, where I went right. Either way, wrapping up right now with $1,000, which is nice because Friday we hit our max stop, which is down 10% based on our average position size, which is roughly around $10,000. So I stopped at around 1,000. So today, back to break even after Friday. Well, no, we're back to nicely in the green, break even based on Friday's trading. So hopefully tomorrow we can end the month on a high note. We'll see what happens. So ATER, I'm up 300 on that one. That was my first ticker I was trading, and then GSAT popped up and I started trading GSAT. Now, yeah, I'm up $1,000, but I left a lot of money on the table today. Probably because I'm already done trading and it's only 9:43, but more because there was a great move and I didn't do nearly as good on it. So let's actually start with ATER, and then we'll talk about the hot mover GSAT. So ATER, let's just see what I did on this one. This ticker popped up here. And boom, nice big move here. Front side was gearing up. I only was watching it at the end of this move, so I started accumulating here. Popped up, big resistance, so I quickly sold, and then I bought back on a pullback looking for a second breakout. Didn't happen. A lot of resistance came in again, and I sold. So very kind of quick scalpy trading here on ATER. Gave a little bit of profits back, I think, on this one. Nothing really that great, but at the same time, there was no continuation on this one, and it's been really selling off ever since. So I don't really regret, I think, the way I traded ATER. It was just, hopefully we're going to get some continuation out on this one. It was already kind of up a bit, and big resistance, and then whack, there was no continuation. So that was pretty much the end of the road on ATER. Let me show you guys the daily really quickly. Big resistance at $10. That's why I didn't really want to gun it here at $10, and I was kind of quick to take my profits in these failed moves. So let's talk about the big winner today, and that's GSAT. And let's go to GSAT first on the daily, and then we'll show you guys some of the stats here on this ticker. Shares, 1.8 billion shares outstanding. That's a lot of shares. I think the float's around 700 million, so a little bit lower, but just ridiculous stats on this ticker. And I think that's why I traded it so weird. I didn't dive into the stats ahead of time, but the price action was very unusual, and I think that was a big problem I had today with GSAT. Either way, it has really good tickers. Catalyst here, some collaboration with Apple. You guys know my favorite catalysts are usually collaborations with larger companies or government. Small companies with your government or a large company. Biotechs with good news is nice as well, especially for a drug for a large population. But those are a little bit harder to dissect. Anyway, everything was looking, kind of okay here with the stats. Nothing blow away good. But I'm just reviewing them now with you guys. I wasn't looking at them ahead of time because I've been trying not to look at any sort of stats or fundamentals before trading. I know it sounds a little bit weird. We made a video about it about 2 weeks ago. Okay, so that's the ticker today. Coming up, some big time resistance at 2.5. Mark this 2.5 zone because this is an interesting zone. We had a big breakout here. We had a big sell off after this. We had a mini retest. We had a fake out. So 2.5 is an important zone. Not to mention, if you go back even further, 2.5 again was a top. 2.5 was a failed pullback and continuation. So 2.5 is a critical spot. Plus, it's a whole dollar, half dollar zone. Those are always pretty important. So GSAT at first wasn't really looking that interesting below 1.8, below VWAP, but then it popped back above VWAP. I still wasn't really looking at it until it moved over $2. That's when it became a little bit more interesting for me personally. Now, the problem was I was trying to accumulate this one. My goal was to hold, but I kept on getting shaken out here every time it was started cracking the 9 EMA. I got shaken out. I was down on GSAT actually in this area, and I was kind of getting frustrated with it. It was just such an unusual price action. I was like, I don't know, I became really unsure with myself, which sucks because, it did actually hold here, and I wasn't looking at it at this time. and then moves higher here. And this is where I made one mistake after another. I should have bought into this breakout at 215. I should have averaged in right around here at 220. And then I should have averaged in here at 225 again, and then pretty much kept on that averaging in streak this whole way all the way to 2.5. Probably at 2.5, I could have seen if we broke 2.5, but most likely I would have sold at 2.5. I don't know, been done. It's hard to say what I would have done, but that's what I should have done. I should have just been accumulating here as long as we didn't break the 9 EMA. I think I probably would have got shaken out here and maybe here once, but I could have rebought right away again. And that's all I should have done on GSAT. I think by around 9 a.m. today, 9 a.m. pre-market, I was up like $150 on GSAT. It was a joke. It was really ridiculous. And it was kind of similar to SPRT, where I totally fumbled on it. And SPRT was the video we came out with Friday, where I missed this, perfect rally here because I was skeptical. I was biased. I just didn't trust the ticker because it was over, $30, $50, which in my price range is usually between $2 and $7. So my biases got out of the way on SPRT. And actually talking about SPRT, let me quickly come here to this post. I posted 2 days ago. I think this was on Friday. Will SPRT do a secondary offering? We got 58 votes came in. 71% of you guys said yes. So let's see what happens with SPRT, because this ticker, my God, on the daily, it is just up so much. It was at, oh man, this is a ridiculous price. 170% rally from somewhere in these lows, but ridiculous. I feel like this company has to be doing an offering. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm not touching SPRT, I think, anymore. Let's go back to GSAT. So yeah, GSAT total fumbled here. I could have really wrapped up a good profit. So let's say I started my first size here and then I sold somewhere here near 2.5. That's not even the majority of the move. That's just a 20% chunk. So I missed the first big move and then last big move, right? So I'm just talking about this chunk, which I could have easily done. Now, obviously my first entry would be here, but my last entry would probably be somewhere here. So I think my average might be somewhere in this 225 zone. So at 225, I'd probably be long with like $30,000 or so. I would have walked away $30,000 times 10%. That would have been a 3K profit if I just got a chunk of that move, a very small chunk of that move. So that's kind of why I'm trying to accumulate or average into my winners. And that's pretty much the thesis of it in and of itself. I don't know. I'm so disappointed how I traded GSAT. So I was up nicely, or a little bit, like 150 on GSAT. I was up 300 on ATER. I was almost at $500 total profit today. And I don't really have, I got a few questions in the YouTube comments. Alex, when do you walk away? Like what percent or how much money profit do you walk away? I don't really have that. I only have a max loss on the day. So if I'm down 10% on my average position size, I walk away. But there's no like, if I'm up 5%, if I'm up 10%, if I'm up 20% or whatever, I walk away. It's more like I walk away when I'm personally done trading. If I traded my big front side move, I'm happy, I walk away. I walk away if there's nothing going on and I'm just kind of churning, I'll walk away. Like things like that, I'll walk away, but I don't want to limit my upside, right? So I hope that answers your questions. Anyway, at this point, I was kind of feeling okay. It's a Monday. There wasn't like a clean lead gapper today. I was like, I don't want to gun it for no reason on a Monday. Wrapping the month off here nicely, so I don't want to mess it up. And so I was looking at GSAT for the open for potential red to green move, which Tom was even calling out in the Discord. So nice call out there, Tom. And I was waiting for about a 6% sell-off and seeing if we could find support at VWAP. I don't know why, but 6% and like 12, 13% are usually pivot zones. So this one was falling off around 6%, and I started accumulating this one. I didn't go full size. I was thinking, if this breaks out here at 2.4, I want to buy more and then average into this winner, and for a break maybe of 2.5 and then, ride it. So that was my original goal. That was my goal more or less on GSAT, to just have this one breakout and then, keep riding it. So I only did a starter size here, kind of a big starter size, $12,000. So it's already above my average. But the reason I did that is because I just felt like I didn't want to do full size right away, and if it does sell off, then take a bigger loser. I just wanted to kind of see if we can get in the right direction first on this ticker. But at the same time, this one had good potential to at least pop to the 9 EMA, which it did. And if there was a failed breakout, I could still maybe walk away with some small profits here. So that's what happened. That's why I was able to wrap up some nice profits. So on this trade alone, I think I made like like 600 and I don't know, $50 or so, $600 give or take, a little over 600. And basically what I did, I just started accumulating. I wanted that pop up, like I said, past 9 EMA and then towards 2.5. We didn't get it. You just boom, huge. You just felt the sellers on the order book. I gave it another chance. It popped up here, sold off, and as it was crawling back, those sell orders were piling in, and then I became one of them. I just joined and I sold, and I didn't average into this winner. And then it sold off here drastically, 15%, and now it's bouncing a little bit around 2.8, having a little bounce there. Actually, the bounce is great, 5% or so. But yeah, I don't know, the tickers today, it's a little uneven. I'm not super confident in terms of, there's so many tickers that I usually like when there's one clear ticker, so I don't want to overdo it today. Maybe we're going to get some good price action later. Lately, especially last week, we had some really good action starting like after 11 and 12 a.m. So for me, that's a little bit too late right now being in Europe. That's getting too late in the day. I've been up too long. My brain starts hurting in terms of just, looking at the computer screen that long. So that's why I haven't been doing it. I think if I was somewhere else in the world, especially like if I was in California or something, I'd probably be much more inclined to want to trade later in the day. But in Europe, 6 hours forward from Eastern Standard Time, not so much. I mean, look at all these other tickers today. BBIG, this is chop central. If you're trading the range on this one, you could be walking away good. But if you're trading breakouts on BBIG, I mean, you could be getting crushed. So you got to watch out. First figure out, are you on a front side? And then, average into winners. If you're in a range or a backside, those, base hits or very scalpy trading. You're looking for a ticker to maybe return to the mean. So if you're this is a range trade, resistance here at 9.7, support here at 8.5. So you're buying an extended move and looking to sell back at VWAP. And that's why you're not really buying into these breakouts. It's very, very dangerous. Yeah, I mean, SPRT, I don't know, this one's been so hectic, I just don't trust it. As we talked about, a lot of people think it's going to have an offering. I sure do myself. GSAT, I know this could recover. If it's back above VWAP, back above 2.4, maybe 2.5, could be a great trade. Another run to $3 or so. ATER just selling off. Yeah, I'm not crazy about forcing any more trades today. I think I'm pretty happy with my $1,000 profit. Happened really, really quick. So, boom, make that money and then walk away. And again, I'm not walking away because I made over $1,000. I'm not walking away because I'm up roughly 10%. I'm just walking away because I feel like personally I'm done today. And once I kind of get in that mindset, everything, I start, even if I have a winner trade, it doesn't feel that good because I feel like I'm breaking my own kind of rules in terms of like stepping away. And if I have a loser, it feels extra bad because I should have just walked away. So I hope you guys get some insight a little bit to why I'm walking away today, and I hope that makes a lot of sense. Anyway, guys, drop a like if you enjoy the content. I really do appreciate that. If you're totally new, we'd love to see you again in the Discord and in the YouTube section. So consider subscribing and getting engaged with the community. All right, guys, that's all for now. I'll see you next time. Like always, stay safe and make some awesome trades. Ciao, ciao.